is up, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you are new here, my name is Morgan. I hope you stick around to enjoy this channel, get to know me a little bit more, and interact with me, because this is how I stay committed. But anyway, this is my 2022 desk tour and filming room setup. I hope you guys like all of my accessories, my gadgets, my tech, and I'm going to show you exactly what I use to make sure that this channel runs efficiently enough for me, and what I use to make sure that my businesses outside of YouTube run correctly within this space that I have set up for my filming room. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna jump right into the things that I'm using all the time, something that I have all the time, very, very close by, and I kid you not, it's always close by. I use the iPhone 12 Pro. I have the 12 Pro in space gray, you guys, and I have been loving this. I do not have any paid apps on here, which I did on purpose because I keep my paid apps on the iPad, and so I use these together, to be honest. And so I use this for basic things like Instagram scrolling and posting and the normal stuff. So this is the phone that I use, and I am also using the iPad Pro. This is the 11-inch, and it's the second generation one. Now on here I do have a lot of stuff. All of my paid apps subscriptions is on here. So I use Lightroom, obviously my Shopify account, TikTok, YouTube, Canva, InShot, Twitter, Facebook, Procreate, GoodNotes, anything that you could think of that a creator would need is on this iPad, and I use it all the time. And I love the fact that it has the Apple Pencil, and I have a little sleeve on it. It's an orange sleeve that I use, and it just helps the grip, honestly, for the pencil. But this is what, this is what I use as far as like my handheld devices that I have on me all the time. Okay, so before we start talking about what's on my actual desk, I want to actually get into the filming setup, because I think that's super, super cool and super important. And I hope you guys can see everything I'm talking about. I'll try to do some zooming in as I go. But what you see right here, if you can see this on camera, this is the backdrop stand. It starts right here and it ends over here. And I just have a smaller backdrop on it, a white backdrop on it, and on top of this one is actually a curtain rod. It's so simple to do this. If you do not want to buy the backdrop, if you're on a really tight budget, you can just go to Walmart or Target and get a curtain rod, and get the ceiling mount curtain rod from like Amazon or something, and screw it to the ceiling, and then just put your backdrop roll on there. So all you have to do is pull it down and roll it back up, and you can switch them in and out if you don't want to buy an actual backdrop stand like this one right here. So that's how I am able to film quick stuff in this room. The larger backdrops, like the actual large backdrops, are down in the garage, and they're too big to even bring up here. You need more space. So these work out just fine, because I'm able to roll this down, and I'm able to take quick product shots. I'm able to do quick stuff like that where I needed to get it done immediately. So that works out just fine for me. Now, get you a little closer, because now we're going to actually talk about the desk. So hold on. So this is my desk, you guys, and on my desk right here, what you see here is the HP 32F monitor. Now this monitor, I have it hooked up to a Huanu brand. I think it's called Huanu. This is the Huanu monitor mount, and with this mount I'm able to pull this out, I'm able to lift the screen up, I'm able to drop the screen down, I'm able to push it back, I'm able to move the screen all the way over there if I want to. I'm able to do a lot of things with that monitor mount because it is perfectly compatible with the size of this monitor. My only problem with this monitor is the fact that I cannot use these buttons down here to color adjust, because I don't think it's compatible with the MacBook. I didn't know that when I purchased it, but honestly I would have purchased it anyway, because it was one of the only monitors left on the stand during the pandemic. So that's why I got this. I needed a bigger monitor, and this is the only thing that was available to me, like, to purchase in store. So yeah, now like I said, if I pull this out and lift this up behind here, you guys, let me see, should I zoom you guys in? Now behind my monitor, you can't really see it because it's black, but back here, everything that you see that's on, that has lights and everything, it's all powered by my MacBook Pro. This is the MacBook Pro, the mid 2012 15-inch, and it's just powered with all the cords. So I have the speaker hooked up to this, I have the monitor hooked up to this, and I have my actual keyboard and lights hooked up to something else on the side, but everything is powered and turned on with the MacBook Pro. And you know, no complaints. I upgraded my MacBook Pro, the memory, the storage, all of that, so it is a beast for it to be a mid 2012. I have no complaints about this thing. It hasn't given me any problems. I hope it stays that way. Next thing we're going to talk about, you guys, is this keyboard. Now I am using the SteelSeries Apex 5, and this is an RGB keyboard. Honestly, the only reason I got this is because of the lights, and I wanted to just have another set of lights around my desk to create the mood, the vibe, and to set the tone for what I'm editing or what I'm doing at this desk. It's really cool because the lights are interchangeable, so I can change it to different colors, different mood settings that I want. I can make it solid, I can make them fade, I can do whatever I want with this. You can also upload the software onto your computer and change it to like your actual brand colors if you want. So that's another cool feature about this keyboard. Another thing that I have is this mouse. Now the mouse that I have is just, it's the Logitech M720 multi-device wireless mouse. Again, it's wireless, it's really cool. One of the benefits of this is that you can have it like that, or you can have it silent, and it has these little numbers on the side, 1, 2, and 3. If I click on the button, it'll light up, different ones will light up, and it'll just switch between devices. So I can have it on number 1, which is to this monitor. I click on number 2, it's to the iPad, and number 3 doesn't have a setting because I'm definitely not using it on my phone. So I can hook up number 3 to whichever I'm going to switch to at the time. The other thing that I have on my desk is my iPad Pro watch charger. So usually I'll come over here, I'll take off my watch, and I'll set it just like that, and it will start charging immediately. So it works out great because I don't really need to have on my watch if I'm just sitting here editing and doing all that filming stuff. So it's sitting here, it's fine, out of sight, out of mind, and it's great. The other thing that I have, let's just scroll up here. So the other thing that I have, you probably, again, let me try to adjust this light. It's kind of dark. That's a little blown out, but we're gonna go with it. The other thing I have up here are basically my chargers. So I have, not chargers, these are my batteries for my camera. These are for my Sony camera, and this is for the Canon that I'm filming on right now. So that's what these are up here. And I keep those close by instead of putting them back in my camera bag because I'm usually switching them out fairly quickly. And then I also have my just external batteries. These are both Belkin. I believe this one was maybe like $50 something and this one was about $60. But honestly, you can't beat it because when I'm on the go and I need my charger, I need my charger. And this one alone holds about 3 full charges on the iPhone. Like, I've charged my phone 3 times with this when it's fully charged. And this one, I haven't got to see how many charges it has because this one is pretty new, but I got this one mostly for the iPad and for recharging my cameras on the go. So I have this, it has USB and USB-C ports on there, so it works out great, to be honest. The next thing down here is my junk drawer, of course. Not really junk, but I think everybody needs a drawer of some sort next to their setup. And this is just like notepads, my remotes for the lights, Lysol for my germy little nieces and nephews that come over here and put cookies all over my desk, you know, stuff like that. Another remote for the cameras. This is the DSLR remote. Hair ties, pins, memory cards, stuff like that is inside of this drawer because I need to have access to these things all the time. And this is separate from the desktop as well. This I got on Amazon. It's linked below in my Amazon storefront, separate, and it's just hooked up with like the 3M tape under there. It hooks, it hasn't fallen not one single time, so bonus. So next up is the actual tabletop for the desk. This is a stand sit desk. So right now it's lower so I can sit down and utilize this thing here. So when I'm in my chair, I can sit and I can have this and I can be typing right here. The top of this, like the tabletop and the stand that it's sitting on, are two separate pieces and they're two separate brands, but I got them both on Amazon. But if I wanted to stand, I could just sit that. I have it programmed to different settings, but I can just press the arrow that's over here and it will lift, it will rise, it will do everything that I needed to do for me. Underneath here, my cable management is all set up, it's all clean, so that way it only shows 2 cords. So when I'm lifting this and dropping this down, the cords can reach and they won't tear out or do any of that other crazy stuff. I'll show you cable management in a little bit, but that is the desk and everything like that. The only other thing that I have on my desk is my notebook right here, and that's so I can take quick notes. That's my planner, my editor, all that stuff in there. So let's get to my storage. So this here is a bookcase. I have 2 of them. I have one right here and I have another one on the other side, but this bookcase in particular is from Target. It's a 5-shelf bookcase. You can set the shelves however you want to your liking. The only one that you can't replace is this one, because that's the one that holds everything together, but you do have the option to do it however you want. This right here, these doors are custom. I built these on my own. I cut the wood out and I used door hinges to hook it onto here. It was a bit of a task. I don't recommend it, but it works out great. So when you open this here, on the inside of here is just my sewing machine, it's my serger, and then I have extra fabrics in here for little projects that I want to do, or just to hide fabric that I don't want to see. And down here I have my other sewing machine, my bigger sewing machine. I have a handbag and, you know, little stuff like that. Up here, this box, this is a bag in here, miscellaneous stuff. Down here in this bag, again, miscellaneous fabric scraps and all that. Over here I have my files and all that good stuff. You can't see down below, but down at the very bottom is where I hold all of my packaging supplies. So like tape, the mailers, poly mailers, tissue paper, Ziploc bags, stuff like that is all the way at the bottom. And again, more fabric scraps. So let's take you guys over here. Is this gigantic plant that I just purchased. This is a 6-foot plant, and I got this from Target. A little expensive, but very necessary to this room. I wanted to have this for different sets and backdrops that I use. Honestly, I think that a plant in the background is just really cute, so I got this. It is a fake plant. I had a real plant like this. I had to take it all the way downstairs because there's not enough light that comes into this room to keep any plant alive. So I opted for the faux plant. This was about $145. Again, it's 6 feet tall and it works out great because I can move it around and have it in different areas. Behind this plant, you guys, it's the other bookshelf. And again, I just have little knickknacks and stuff over there. I have storage bins. Again, this storage bin has like all my cords and things like that. I have a notebook in here, extra threads and sewing supplies and stuff like that. The books that I read are up there. At the very bottom down here are just extra fabrics. Again, I left this one the tallest. There's no shelves down there because I wanted a place to put all of my fabrics that are standing up or on a little swivel or something. So I put that down there, and that's why that's, you know, like that. Now up here in all of these bins is a mess, to be honest. Over here I have fabric scraps. Over there I have Cricut supplies in that one, and I have Cricut supplies in that one, and then I have hats and stuff in there. I have extra fabric on there, swimwear fabrics in there. I have samples in some of these, samples in some of those, and I have t-shirts that I was going to use for the Cricut machine in there as well. Over here, again, another option just for a backdrop wall. I'm not going to show you guys that today, but that's another option. And last but not least, I'm going to show you guys my really cool freaking chair. Hold on. So, oh well, we're crooked. Let's try to fix this, okay? Get my life together. So this is my chair. This is a recliner chair. Like I said, this is, I believe the brand is called Habata. And so with this chair, it's mesh and everything. It's adjustable on the neck. I didn't think I was gonna use a pillow, but I actually use this a lot. Again, it's mesh paneled right here. It's fabric on here, but this makes it really breathable. and you're not sweating in like a leather office chair or anything like that. But the cool feature about this is that when I'm sitting in my chair, I'm able to sit down and I'm able to use the recliner on here. So you flip that out, pull it out, you can kick your feet up, and then you can also move that to where you can lean back, you can lean forward. It goes further back than this, but you can lean back, you can lean forward, and you can lock it, you can drop the seat down. It has all these really cool features, and you can put it back however you want it. And so that's a really cool feature. The last thing, I did say that was the last thing, but let me show you guys my cable management. Okay, so here's under the desk. I'm sorry if it's really dark, but I have cable management trays underneath here. So you can't see any of the cords. That cord right there, that is going to be leaving. I'm just waiting on something from Amazon so I can have another power strip up here and a surge so it won't blow out anything. So I'm waiting to unhook that one, but everything is put away very nicely. On the side, I forgot to mention that I have these headphones. This is what I use for editing. These are some Skull Candy headphones. Again, the exact model will be linked down in the description box below. I have that right there. And yeah. Okay, so this is editing Morgan. I forgot to tell you what camera I use, you guys. This is the Canon 80D. I use this to record most of my videos if I'm not using my iPhone, and I have it on a 10 to 18 millimeter wide angle lens, and I have it connected to the Rode Wireless Go microphone with the attachment here and in this arm right here. And this is the one that goes on my body. So this is the other attachment, and it's connected to the Sony lapel mic. And that's the sound that you guys are hearing for the rest of the video. Not this part, but for the rest of the video, that's what you guys are hearing. Okay, you guys, so that is my filming setup. This is my desk setup, and I hope you guys really liked it. Everything that I mentioned will be in my Amazon storefront, linked down below. Again, I will receive a commission behind every purchase. All those commissions really help my channel grow. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for enjoying the festivities, and I will see you guys on my next video. Oh, subscribe, like this video. Don't leave before doing that, okay? Peace.